With access guide, basically, we are storing all the DICOMs in C drive, and automatically it is creating a folder called access guide cases here. And we are storing all the DICOMs and access files in this particular folder. Now I'm going to open one DICOM, which is a sample one. I click on this button, which is import DICOM. And then I have some, which is a sample one, Caesar mandible. I double click on this, and it takes a few seconds to open up in different views. Here you have the patient name, and here you have the number of slices with the resolution of that particular slices. So and the date of examination, everything is there. So this is basically a lowercase. So we are going to adjust with this blue line like this, and we have to select the area of working. So we are going to select this area. We scroll up and down, and we see exactly how many slices that we are going to capture in this frame of in this frame. So now we have in a good area, which is the blue square box that we can see, and then we can click on mandible. Based on your computer speed, it's going to be transferred, and it is going to open the DICOM. Okay, now here we have three pans, three windows basically. So okay, so this one that we have is the Excel slices that we have, horizontal slices. You can scroll up and down. You hit the space bar and it's going to be full screen. Okay, and to zoom in and zoom out, you hold the scroller of the mouse and press and hold and move forward and backward. Okay, and if you have to go back, you hit space bar again to go back. Okay, same way here also on the 3D image. Right click, hold, and then you can go around. Okay, so these are the simple things that we can see. Now, just to tell you about this one, this is coming from the CBCT, and it's a volumetric image. So we have a pixelation, the cloud pixelation, which is giving you the outer resolution or outer area of the images. Now, first of all, on the left side that we have here, number one is panoramic drawing that we can do. Then we have segmentation. Then we can draw the nerve, and then we can import any STL file. Like any STL file can be your plaster model or the denture or double scan. So we're going to draw the panoramic curve. So we select on plus, and we go at the center of the bone, or where exactly you want to see the bone basically. You can click this way, and then you can have the panoramic curve, and OPG image is going to be there. You validate first, and then it's done. The panoramic curve is called the smart panoramic curve. So if you want to move forward and backward, you can do it just to see your bone. And if you want to move the nodes, you can hold and drag, and you can check that. Okay. So this is the way we are going to manipulate with the panoramic. And panoramic curves can be drawn as many as you want. So if you want to go outer side or the inner side, you can do it. Okay. Now, the second button that we have is called segmented object. We click on plus, and then automatically it is giving me threshold, which is 500 ounce unit, HU, which is the density of the bone. Now, in this software in Access Guide, we have kept the standard for mandible, which is 500, and for maxilla, which is 250. But it varies from CBCT to CBCT and the spiral city to spiral city. So basically in this, if you see it's 500, and if you scroll up and down, it's perfectly taken the right ounce unit, which is 500. So I am not going to do anything. But if you have, if you want, like for example, in some cases you will have some scattered images. For that, you can increase or decrease, and you can get rid of those scattered images. Okay. So now, if you can catch here, you can go forward and backward, and you can fill the bone. You can see that I'm filling the bone here, and but you have still some of the pixelation here, which we don't want. So I'm going to keep it for 500 Hans unit. Okay, and then I'm going to click anywhere on this yellow area, and then I will have my 3D image, 3D bone, and this is what we called surface rendering or surface rendered image, which is exactly the bone that we have in patient's mouth. Okay, so this is image conversion that we have from volumetric image to surface rendering. Now this is done. So we have a segmented object which is a jaw. Now we want to make the segmented object of the teeth. If you want to remove or extract any teeth, and you want to make a mask of it or the object, you want to do segmentation of that particular tooth or teeth, then you will be able to do it. So how do we do that? You go again in segmented object, you click on plus. We have several things here, which is bone, teeth, prosthesis, and custom. So we are going to click on teeth because we are going to segment teeth. Okay. Now automatically the threshold, which is what the software is giving you, is 1,200. So these are the teeth and the roots that we can see. And still we have some cortical bones here. We want to get rid of this. So we are going to increase the threshold a bit. Okay. And now it's almost okay. It's 1,583, sorry, 3,000 something. And then I can click here. I can click on the teeth, and we will be having the mask of that particular teeth. So now I space bar and I can see here. I can zoom in and zoom out, and then I can see here. So there is a big gap in between of this teeth. So I'm going to press and hold Shift button, and then I can click. You see that it is turning darker blue, which means it is already segmented. Okay, and I see that it is already here adding a segmented object. Now I go back in 3D and I see that we don't have anything, but that is there, which is hiding inside it. So I'm going to hide this one, the segmented object of jaw. So I right click, select right click, and I can see uh, the segmented uh, teeth. Okay, now the color of this is blue, the background is blue, so I can change the background by clicking on this setting button and click on background color, and I can check white, and then I have it. Now you can get rid of all this extra artifact that we have. Okay, it, either way you can do slice by slice, which is going to take a lot of time. But what you can do, you use the lasso tool and it is going to be faster. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. It needs a little bit of practice, and that's it. And after that, you will be able to do it. Okay. Okay. I've been deleting something extra, so I can do it. Okay. Okay, it takes a little bit of time, so you have to be patient a bit, and then you do it properly. You can get rid of all this. Okay, you can zoom in and zoom out, and you can check everything minutely, properly, so that you don't want any extra artifact around the roots. So since this is spiral CT data, you don't have that many scattered images, but in CBCTs, you will get a lot of scattered images. So you have to go minutely and you have to remove them precisely. Now, we have two things. We have mask of the teeth. I can hide, I can bring back, and we have mask of the jaw. Okay. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to use the Boolean effect. This is Boolean tool. Boolean means we are going to do the minus of the mask from jaw and minus this teeth. So what we have to do, we have to select the jaw, then click on Boolean tool, and then automatically as many edge as masks you have, you will be having here. We have only one mask in this case. So automatically it is selected. And what we're going to do, we are going to do the minus. Okay. This is also selected. And then you click on calculate. So when you click on calculate, you will see that automatically the jaw has been, the mask of the teeth has been removing the area or the mask of the jaw. So this is how we are performing the Boolean tool, a Boolean function. So now we have some extra artifacts here. So we can get rid of this by using the lasso tool, and you can make it a little better. It looks better. It looks better. And that's how you can make it looks better. Okay. Now what we have to do when we hide the teeth, we can see, we validate first. When we hide the teeth, we can see the sockets here, how it looks like after extraction and all. Okay. You can right click again, you can bring back. Okay. That's how you can do any kind of segmentation, either jaw, bone, teeth, prosthesis, and custom. For example, if you have any implants which is already placed and you want to make a mask of it, you can do it. Any root which is inside, you can do it. So everything can be done with these tools here that we have. Okay, now we have nerve to draw. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to see where exactly the opening of the nerve, which is here. If I click on this, automatically it is going to give me the area where the opening of the nerve is. Okay, which is the mental nerve. And then I'm going to click on the nerve, one click outside, one click in this here in this, and one click in between the bone. And then I can see the canal here basically. I can scroll up and down and I can go into this canal. And at the end, we can click on the validate points. So now we have the mask of the teeth, we have a mask of the jaw, and we have a nerve. So now we would like to see where exactly the nerve is. So what we do, we make this jaw, which is segmented object, we can make it transparent to see where exactly the nerve is. So we have this nerve over here, and now we can make a virtual workshop here, and we can do the superimposition and we can plan the implant. So I think for the placement of implant, you must be knowing. So in this stage, we can go and place one implant, and then we will work on the virtual workshop. So I click on plan. Okay, I click the location where exactly I'm going to place the implant. Now, if you want to make the measurement, you can do the measurement. Click, and you can know what is the thickness of the bone and height of the bone. But straight away you can go to the implant. You can select the tooth number, and you go to the implant system and select which one you want to place. Let's say I'm going to place 4.5 by 10. I'm using 4.5 by 10, and I go and click because I'm going to be at the crest of the bone, and I click here, and I see the opposite tooth, and exactly. So you can see the implant has been placed at the right position. Now, to validate this, what we can do, we can make a virtual waxer. So virtual waxer is going to be designed over here at tooth number 46. We click on virtual wax up. We, we have two ways of making virtual wax up. I can show you only this, which is artificial one. And then we click on that and click at tooth number 46 and click on validate. Now you will see that the wax up is somewhere else. It's here. So from here, from the panoramic images, I can click and pull it up, okay, and bring it at the crest of uh, the surface of the tooth, and then I will be able to drag this virtual wax up over here. Now I'm going to resize it, and I can make it exactly. Now to validate this, I need to go in 3D and see. You can see that it is little bulky, little bigger, so you can just adjust it a bit, okay. And if you feel the surface of the tooth, I mean the crest of the tooth is all okay, uh, the occlusal surface is fine, then you can leave it. If not, then you can adjust a little bit here and there, and then it is going to be fine. Okay. So if you feel your implant is little outside, you can pull it and you can bring it at the center of the. You can pull it like this, and you can do it. Okay. So that's how you can create the virtual waxer. If you feel it is little up, then you can pull it little down, and that's how you can make a virtual waxer. Okay, so you can make 1, 2, 3, or full mouth, depends on what exactly your case is. Now, the other thing that I can show you is the superimposition of the plaster model. So to do that, we can go back to image tab, click on image, and we click on imported object. Okay, now this is a surface, occlusal surface that we can see. We click on imported object, click on import STL, and then we have to go to C drive, access cases, and where exactly your STL file. So this is my STL file, which is Caesar plaster. I select on this, click on open, and then we have two windows over here. One is the 3D that you can see it here, and the STL file. Now we are going to select where exactly we will have. You can have 4, 5, 6, 7, as many as you want. So basically, to have a good way, you can see, same way you can zoom in, zoom out, and you can do it. Click at the center of it. Click at the center of the occlusal surface. I go 1 here, 2, and we know where exactly I'm clicking. So, and then I can click on this. This. I can click on this. Okay. On this, and then I can click on compute registration. So okay, so now I have my master STL file, which is superimposed, and I click on validate. I can see my STL file is over there now. Now to validate how good my STL file has been superimposed, we can go here and we can see the area which is already sorted in a proper way. So the accuracy that we can check. Okay. If not, if it is not covering properly, which means the overlay has not done in a proper way. So now you will see the STL file, which is here. Right click and you can hide it. Right click, you can bring it back. Similarly, you can hide the virtual WhatsApp. Right click and you can bring it back. And then to see the implant, you can do transparency, and you can see where exactly your implant, where is the nerve, and you can hide this, and you can go around and check also in a different angle and see it. Okay. Okay. So for example, let's go in image, and we have this tooth which is wax up of the tooth, and I would like to have only 36, and we are going to place that on 46. Okay. So what we do, we make a duplicate of this. So how do we make a duplicate? We have a button here. You click on this and you have a duplicate, right? Now you hide all of this, and then we are going to work on here. So I have selected the duplicate one, the copied one. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep only 46 and I can remove rest of it. So to do it in a better way, what we can do, we can select the lasso tool, and then this is the button where whatever you want to keep and rest of it is going to be deleted. So I select this and I go around on this tooth. Okay, so I have this as a and let me change the color of this so that we can understand, or okay, or there is something. Okay, so now we have two things. We have this and we have this, and this one we can use it as a virtual WhatsApp for 36. So validate, let's go to virtual WhatsApp here. Okay, validate, click on plus and select on this, and then it is asking which one you want to select. So I'm selecting this one and I click on validate. So now I have this one as a virtual WhatsApp, so I can move around and I can place it over. Okay, so it is kind of copying the similar tooth and using it as a virtual WhatsApp. Otherwise, we have some library where we can pull it out and we can use them as a virtual WhatsApp.